What's up, ladies and gents, and welcome back to Forza Horizon 5. We are here with the Offroad Tour Seasonal Championship. We need to use an unlimited buggy in the B class. And I'm showing you what I have chosen in a moment. The one right here, the ethos that Offroad from 2018. It's rather inexpensive at 50k, so I chose that one. It's available at the Auto Show. Tuning share code is in the description, as always. And I'd say we jump right into that one. Much fun can be had. It's at least a dirt championship, not an off-road one, or a cross-country. Because I don't like cross-country. You may have noticed in the past. I'm not a fan of it. Don't like it at all. But dirt is usually fine. So let's just do that. Because it's fun. We like to do fun, we don't like to do fun. Last time we had fun with cross-country was probably the Extreme E Championships in 2022, which has been a while. And those were fun for all the wrong reasons. So much so, in fact, that, well, it has become somewhat of a, let's put it this way, it's been one of my most successful weeks in Forza history, but also one of the least enjoyable ones, which was only ended by the fact that I went on vacation and I didn't manage to record the last week of it, which abruptly ended with success. Getting bumped off the road here. He's driving off the road without being bumped. Let's cut the checkpoint. Cutting those checkpoints is really crucial, because you can really gain such a big advantage on the AI because they don't do it, they drive around. And that, especially that last checkpoint in this one, just as an example, you can really gain so much time. Also for overtakes, because they don't close that gap. So if you cut a checkpoint where it really makes sense to cut it, and here it doesn't. But sometimes you have these checkpoints where you can just drive straight through and cut it. And the AI doesn't close that gap. So you will have that gap to overtake. And you will be faster at that stage, so it's really a good point to overtake. I don't know how often I've given this tip, but if you play bingo and you listed you have to cut that checkpoint, you would probably get it every week, I would assume. I'm not really keeping track, but I do notice that I say that very often. And if you then also pick let's jump into it and alright, then you already have 3 ticks. So that bingo isn't going to be too difficult, I guess. What else is a common theme? Making use of fast corners, not following the racing line religiously, like just because it says you should be braking, like for this corner here. The road was red, but you can just hold it through and stay on the gas and just go full throttle. Sometimes you can do that, you know? You don't just have to religiously follow the racing line. So yeah, that's another one that I mention ever so often. That was kind of a newbie because I wasn't paying attention anymore, because we are leading by so much. That's another one you can put in your bingo. Don't lose focus when you lead by so much. Don't lose focus in the end of the race. Blow it in the last lap. Probably put all of that into the bingo and probably get them every week. You can add I hate cross country. What else can you add? If you can think of more, please feel free, you know. But 28k credits, that's not so bad, is it? Although you get most of the credits from wheel spins anyway. Or at least I do. The Forza wiki, where I check if a car is available at the auto show, says others like you viewed the Porsche 911, Extreme E Odyssey, Ford Racing Puma and Lamborghini Sesto Elementor. And I'm like, why did people like me check Extreme E? And how does the wiki know who people like me are? I feel categorized and I don't like it. Oh, you know what minorities feel in Russia. Don't enter that topic in my videos. We are a non-political free zone thing, where everyone is accepted and everyone just talks about cars and driving in circles. Everything else we don't care about. We do not care about political views, religion, race, color, gender. I wanted to say the S word, but I'm not sure if I get banned for that, although it's in a non-lewd way. You know? We don't care about any of these things. What I do care about is taking the lead. At least for a second, so we're about to take the lead, maybe, potentially. Not that way though. At least have to drive somewhere reasonably. It's certainly not like a door. That one worked well. And we pushed off the road. Can you please stop doing that? Mind that I am a repeat offender myself, but I would strongly urge you to stop doing that. I may at times behave like a bit of a prick myself, but I certainly do not enjoy if other people do it to me. Which is really the elite level of being a prick, is when you really don't accept other people being like you. That's when you know you leveled up and you gained XP, is when you reach that level. And I think driving through the bushes wasn't the best idea we ever had, but we nearly missed that checkpoint. I'm not used to how well this car turns into corners. I was like, yeah, I can turn in already because it will take a moment for it to turn in and it will just initiate a drift. Which I'm kind of trying to force right now, still getting used to the car for the last race now because we have the lead and I can just toy around with it a little bit. But I'm still getting used to how well it turns in because I'm used to having to turn in earlier because it takes a longer time for the cars to react. And then you initiate drift, you drift along a little bit, and you know, it's not that easy yet. With this thing you turn in and it just goes on rails, right? So that's something I'm still trying to figure out a little bit, is how to drive this properly. But at the same time, we won race 1, we will win race 2. Barring catastrophe, which I hope won't happen. But even then, I'm really not satisfied at all with how we're driving this thing. Mainly because of turning points where I'm like, okay, well, we might be turning in a little bit too early. Even when I'm already trying to correct it and turning a little bit later and what my feeling might say, I still feel like it might be a little bit too early. And that is something that I'm not really familiar with. Like on my second screen I have the Forza wiki open to check the cars and if the availability on the auto show and all that stuff. And in the bottom corner it's playing an ad, and it has white text over it saying this video file cannot be played, error code, whatever. But it's literally playing the video. I mean, you know, make up your mind, man. Can it be played or not? Probably not, right? Obviously just joking, of course it can be played. I'm seeing it on the screen. Anyway, we're already overtaking 2 cars here. That was rather quick. Sprint race this time. So let's see if we can adjust to how the car is handling and maybe get a little bit of a better, well, not result because we already won, but a race that we are more satisfied with, and so far that's not the case because we somehow have yet to gain our focus. I'm even saying regain because we've never had it in this race. This is a bit of a dual braking a little bit later because I know how well this car is turning in, so we can turn in a little bit later. So that's why I was delaying the braking, so we were ahead, and now for this one, not even braking. And then we're running into his ass and going around the outside, no need to brake. The way that this car behaves and more or less drives like it's on rails, you can get through so many corners without braking, or with braking a lot less than your AI competition does. That it really makes it a lot easier to overtake. Our tires are drying up, I hope. Yeah, looking a lot better now, a lot cleaner. Now going into the dirt section again, I would think, and yes we are cutting that checkpoint. Cutting that one. But not in a way where I'm like, okay, this is definitely buying a lot of time, it's just out of habit taking the corner so tight. You just touch the checkpoint, you know. Because I don't view it as something you need to drive around, I view it as kind of the apex. And just take it, you know. Hard there into that corner. And sometimes you want to more or less follow the racing line, but other times you just don't want to care, because if you drive as slow as it suggests, you won't win anything. With corners like this, you really want to brake. Even though it's still showing yellow, but just give it. Put the foot down, or whatever you use with the finger. Put the finger down, yeah. To accelerate the car. And that should end the championship. That's 60 points. Which is more or less what we are accustomed to, so that's good. Here we go. was pretty good actually, pretty enjoyable. I didn't think the buggies would be that enjoyable, but they were pretty cool. And now we get this one, the other one. So, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And until next time, farewell.